Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Okay, I've got to ask you guys a question. Do you guys know what a narcissist is? Okay, let me ask you this question. Would you say that narcissists completely accept you as you are, or do they judge you? In other words, would you say that narcissists are very judgmental? Would you say they're tricky and very manipulative? Would you say that God is a narcissist? No, you wouldn't. So why do you blame God for what the narcissist does? Would you say that God loves you? Who do you think truly accepts you for who you are? God or the narcissist? You've been tricked and confused on who God is. The narcissist has convinced you that the bad things narcissist does is what God does. It's not God, it's the narcissist. I'm trying to make a very, very obvious point, which to a lot of Christians and people who maybe left the church, it's still not obvious. I'm going to make it really, really simple and really clear. Narcissists judge you. God loves you. It's that simple. You've got to stop letting narcissists tell you who God is. You've got to stop. See, here's what happens. Demons / narcissists, same thing. They've been working very hard to condition your mind to shift your beliefs to think, oh, well, God's judging me. God's harming me. God's punishing me. God's hurting me. No, absolutely not. The demons are doing that. Satan's doing that. Narcissists are doing that. Do not get that mixed up. Simple. Who do you think loves you? Narcissist or God? God. Who do you think wants to hurt you? Narcissist or God? That's right, narcissist. It's that simple. I could literally end it right there. It's that simple. God loves, narcissists hate. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Now, watch this part. This is the part I think a lot of you miss. Now, let's say someone comes along and goes, oh, no. It says in Ephesians verse 6:35, 125-2AB3- serial number, this is where God hates you. This is where God judges you. And this is where God's going to hurt you. That is a narcissist. That's a demon. Stop listening to them. God loves you. Who is of love? God. Would you say that God's pure? Or do you think God is not pure? Yeah, God's pure. So his love is pure. Would you say that God has compassion or narcissist? Right here, right there. Who do you think has compassion? Narcissist or God? God. The people, humans, entities, beings, whatever you want to call them, that are telling you, oh, God's judging you. God's waiting for you to make a mistake. God's going to punish you. You're not worthy. You're not good enough. Those are not children of God. I am telling you right now. I don't care if they're in the church. There has been, if I find a better word, I'll bring it up later, but there has been a game that ended over 2,000 years ago. It's already over. It's done. But you are convinced that you're still not worthy. You are convinced that you have to somehow pay for it, or you have to earn it, or you have to live a certain way for a certain length of time in perfection until you can. No, the games are. It's like you're in a competition, and you won the prize. You won the car and the $100,000. They handed you the check. They handed you the keys to the car and the title. And you still feel like you got to work for 20 or 30 years to pay for it. It's already yours. The reason why you forgot this is because you were basically conditioned to forget it. You were lied to. You were told all these other things that aren't true. It's done. It's over. You know about the idea of ascension? Essentially, here's what's happened. Okay, here's a good way. So in applied psychology class, one of the things I really liked that I heard in any of my psychology classes is one thing. Like, you are a perfect ball of energy. Pure light, pure love, pure energy. And then someone lied to you, so a little bit of a dark mark was put on the outside of that ball of energy. And then someone told you something that wasn't true. And then someone taught you something that wasn't good. And then someone said something that caused you to go against yourself. So all these little marks are getting around this pure light, this ball of light and energy of love, which is you. And then he said, what we do, our job is to come along and clean all that off and let the real you come out. Because you are already there. You're already pure. Sincerely, you have already ascended a long, long time ago. You think that you got to ascend more. You have already ascended. You've crossed the line. You were conditioned, brainwashed, and taught that you're nothing, that you're not worthy. No, those are the lies that were covering you up, to covering up who you really are inside. Waking up, spiritual awakening, you begin to realize, wait, how do I know this? How do I know that? Because it's already there. It's already there. It's been there. There have been times when you just knew what to do and you didn't know why. Like, how do I know this? Like, how is this possible? Because you already know. The knowing is inside. It is not the marks and the lies and the beliefs and the rules that are on the outside of this perfect, crystal pure energy of light of what you are. You keep looking out there, and that's where you're screwing up. This is why I keep hammering on internal awareness. It's inside you. The right, correct answers, the techniques that you've already learned and developed and have are inside you. I speak from personal experience throughout my entire life since I was a child. There'd be things that I would know before it happened, and then it would happen. I'd even tell my family, and they're like, holy shit, how did you know that? Like, I would know things before they would happen. I've done it my whole life. Hell, I've done it on this channel. This is why they are trying to keep you closed. They don't want you to be open-hearted. They don't want you to be fully embraced and connected and open to your heart, because that's where the information comes from. This is where you connect to all the information. It's like you plugged in. Okay, I was working with a client and we were stuck and I didn't know what else to do, and something just came to me out of it. It was the way I've never heard it before. I've never read it in a book. Something says, float up above your head, right up about the ceiling level, and then float over to their spirit and talk to their spirit about this. So I did. The answer came to us, and I came back down inside my body, and then they opened their eyes and go, oh my God, and they literally told me verbatim what we talked about. Now, I didn't verbally speak it out at the table while I was talking to them. And they said, you're so right, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you know that? They're like, I don't know. It's like something from above came down inside me. And their problem was healed completely. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how I knew to do that. That was one of the weirdest things that came to me, that happened to me during any session I've done with a client. The answer is, the answers are already inside. And that's not just some really nice, cool thing to say. If I were to give you one advice, look within. Look within. As Jesus says, the body is the temple of the Lord. And then Jesus says, for the Lord resides within the temple. Look inside. Look to God and look for God inside. God bless you guys. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, please click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.